Greetings and welcome to Old Drunken Discography, where old friends and fans come together to BS, argue, occasionally agree, and discuss a musical artist. Today's musical artist is Teenage Time Killers. We are down a man this week. He's out of the country, so we're just gonna keep the Dave Grohl train rolling here and do some one-offs, and Teenage Time Killers happens to be one of those one-offs.
It does fit into it, yes.
I like this record. Um, this was my first time hearing it, and I had to look up some of these names. I do know more of these people than I did on Probot, though. I know Skiba, I know Jello, um, who else
Brian
was
Baker,
there? Yeah,
Pat Smear.
yeah, I can't remember. But yeah, this one was more up my alley. It was 20 tracks, but it just comes at you like so good. Did you have this one on vinyl? I missed it.
Yes, sir, I do. I got in on the pre-order on this one. It's great. I love the gatefold is just a picture of everybody.
I think that's what I used for the thumbnail.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, it's I got some crazy variant on this one.
Oh wow, that's very Metallica 72 Seasons there.
Oh yeah, but it's got a marble in it as well, and a splatter. Um, Yeah, I heard about this album in the pre-order and got super excited when I saw the list of people who were on it. This is just kind of a dream team of the hardcore kids who are still around.
Yeah, which I'm not a hardcore kid at all, but I I did like this one more. Um,
So this one was recorded at 606 on the Neve board. This was a project that was going on at the time. Um, Reed Mullen had joined Corrosion of Conformity again, and Dave Grohl had offered them some studio time. And in that time, they also recorded a project called Righteous Fool, which finally came out. That'd be another fun one. And then they also did this, where Reed Mullen called up a bunch of people and said, "Hey, come, let's do an album at Dave's place." And this is what came out of it, and it's a lot of fun. There's a lot of Void covers. Um, Man, the list of people on here is just ridiculous. You got Dave Grohl playing bass on like 6 or 7 songs. Um, Pete Stahl's on here. He was from the Scream. You got Mike Nine Williams from I Hate God. You got Pat Smear, of course, from I think he was in the Germs, right? And the Ode to Sean Hannity is a fun one. It's sung by Jello Biafra, but it's actually a poem written by the great John Cleese
oh, okay.
that they read and went, "Well, that's a total hardcore song," and then there it is. Of course, you got to have Corey Taylor and Randy Blythe on any like modern compilation. Otherwise, you're not, I don't know,
Which
legitimate or whatever. They're on everything. Jesus Christ. But yeah, I think my favorite song on here is Barrio, the Matt Skiba song with Brian Baker on guitar.
really?
Um, yeah, that's a great song.
I my my
They
com- my
also,
note says, if I'm being honest, this is one of the weaker songs on the album.
oh wow, okay. No, I think that one's a lot of fun.
It sounded a lot like Skiba's solo stuff in like
Okay,
the early 2000s. He did a lot of it sounded a lot like Barrio.
okay, interesting. I'll have to check that out then. Um, Yeah, Teenage Time Killer, the song that they got the title from. That's actually a Rudimentary Penny cover.
I did not know that was a cover.
Yeah, they're pretty unknown underground punk rock band, like from the Midwest, I think, at the time. I've heard some of their stuff though, and they were excellent. So, um,
I got good notes on that one too.
yeah, the one with Lee Ving also has Pat Smear playing guitar and bass, and you got London May on drums. I mean, there's just so many cool things. Nick Oliveri's on this thing, Carl Angel, Phil Rind. Yeah, there's just Vic Bondi's on here. That's pretty cool.
Um, who is Johnny Weber off of Son of an Immigrant?
Not sure off the top of my head.
That one was really fucking good too.
He, of course, doesn't actually have like a link here,
Yeah, I couldn't.
so I don't know who that is. Um,
Let us know down below if you know who Johnny Weber is.
yeah, yeah, I can't profess to know everybody here. Phil Anselmo gets a recording credit on "Time to Die," which is an old Void song. It's also got Nick Oliveri on there. Greg Anderson, of course, runs Southern Lord and is in Goat Snake with Pete Stahl and Scott Reeder. That was a great band. Yeah, this is a fun album. Just old school punk rock. You can tell everybody's having a whole bunch of fun. It sounds amazing. Great album.
Yeah, I got some interesting notes on this one because out of the 3 Dave Grohl records solo stuff that or odd stuff we reviewed, this is my favorite. Exploder. Look this name up. Holy shit! I may be a little excited to cover COC on the show now. That shit was a ripper. Crowned by the Light. Wasn't a fan of this one. Kind of slow and boring. There's an interesting guitar noise that was happening. That was kind of cool. Hung Out to Dry. That main riff is fast. Hell, the whole song is fast as fuck. Did not care for the vocals on this one, but I did like the lyrics. The shiny brave new world for you and me. This is a shoddy paint job on an ancient scheme. Power Outage was good. That's what my note says. Ode to Sean Hannity. I love me some Jello, and he did not disappoint. Barrio, also love the trio. Stay tuned for our review of their new album next week, hopefully. This was a fun one, much poppier than anything I've heard on this record so far. It kind of reminded me of Skiba's solo stuff in the late aughts. If I'm being honest, this one was kind of one of the weaker songs for me, though. The Dead Hand, I liked Exploder more than this one, but it wasn't bad by any means. Ego Bomb, that opening riff sounded really familiar, but I couldn't place it. I'm not a Slipknot fan by any means, but Corey Taylor pulled this one off really well, and holy shit, that guitar solo. Like, I think Corey Taylor did an amazing job on this one. Plank Walk, this one marches along, but when the lyrics kick in, it's pretty badass. Time to Die, short, fast, badass. That's my only notes. Days of Degradation, I love the Palm Muted riffs. The vocals were great. Clawhoof kind of sounded like Megadeth. I got curious about this Terry B. She was a rapper with Eazy-E. I'm curious on that discography. I did not mean for all that to rhyme, but fuck it, it worked. Big
Rest
Money.
in peace, Easy.
Yeah, I mean, I want to check out this Terry B.
Okay,
discography. Big Money.
let's go.
Fucking punk rock. Devil in This House. I see what you're doing, Tim. Trying to get me into COC. Had to look up this name as well because it was a good one, and lo and behold, it's COC. There's my accusations. Say Goodnight. This album is relentless. It doesn't let up. Ignorant People.
That's
Jesus
a great
Christ.
song. That's a great song too. Yeah.
My notes just kind of divulge into like one word. Holy shit. Son of an Immigrant. Who is this? I really like the vocals and lyrics on this one. This could have been on Fat Wreck, like early 2000s. Good Riddance. Because he kind of reminds me of like a Russ Rankin from Good Riddance. Your Empty Soul. This is a weird one. Some weird tempo changes. Didn't care for the vocals as much, but the music was pretty interesting and the solos were great. I feel like it may have been too short. It really felt like it was going to do some crazy shit, but then it just kind of ended. Bleeding to Death kind of had a Motorhead feel to it. I dug it. Teenage Time Killer. To quote my wife, because she was in here the whole time I was taking notes for this, that pitchy shit in this song, it's a lot. That's what she looked over at me and said that, and I had to say, well, this is the last song. It's okay. Myself, I didn't care for it too much, but it was short and it was over before it got annoying. So she was like, she's like, I put up. Just tell everybody I have to listen to a lot of shit because of you. So she was not a fan of Teenage Time Killer.
Okay, sure. They did do a show where just people showed up and they played songs. I don't have the list, the information about that in front of me, but there was a show in Los Angeles, I'm pretty sure. I mean, and then that's it. Like, it's done. So this is just kind of a one-off fun studio thing.
Did Dave do all the drumming for this album?
He did no drumming on this album.
Okay, so what? Because that's when I was looking into it, it didn't really it seem like Dave Grohl. It seemed more like Reed Mullen or
Reed Mullen is mostly playing drums on here. London May plays on a couple songs. Dave Grohl's playing bass on. Let's see here. Hung Out to Dry. Power Outage. Ego Bomb. Plank Walk. Days of Degradation. Claw Hoof. Devil in This House. Say Goodnight to the Acolyte. Bleeding to Death. Yeah. Bass.
That's so fucking weird. Honestly, though, this is a damn good record. Like, I kind of want this one on vinyl. It's short, it's fast, it hits you and just never lets up. It just keeps going.
Yeah, the pre-order thing I got was pretty cool. It's the splatter yellow. It came with a CD. I also got a sweatshirt and some pins and a couple posters. Like, they hooked it up back in the day.
Was it like just a CD and like a blank white sleeve? Like, threw it in the record.
Yeah,
because that was a thing there in like 2015 where they're just like, here's a free CD. No one's buying these either.
Yep, that's exactly what it was.
That's how I got Weezer.
I still wear the sweatshirt all the time.
Yeah, I like the aesthetic of the album cover. Like, I think some of these, like Probot, this one, like, they kind of got better album covers than some of the Foo Fighters records.
Oh yeah, for sure. I could agree with that.
I love how it's called Greatest Hits Volume 1 as well. Like, where's our Volume 2 at?
Sure. Well, unfortunately, with the loss of Reed, I don't think that's going to happen again.
Oh, see, I don't know anything about COC.
Okay, yeah, no, they're an integral piece of the punk rock and heavy metal scenes of the last 40 years.
Yeah, I mean, just hearing the stuff on here has lowered my guard to do that discography on the show. So, how many albums they got, do you
know? 9, 11, something like that.
Yes. After the Stones.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Anything.
So, no, they had one called 9. That was their 9th. So, yeah, they're probably at 11 now. 10? Okay.
We can handle that.
Yeah, it's a fun one. Gonna get everything there.
I'm excited. We got some good bands coming up this year.
I think so.
Speaking of, give us a like, subscribe. Let us know down below if you like the new format. These are just one shots of us killing time over Christmas break while Cole quits out fucking around in Mexico. Um, yeah, let us know down below if you've heard this record, if you like it. Um,
I recommend it. It's
yeah,
great.
come to our Discord, hang out with us. It's free to join. We talk vinyl all the time. Shout out Irene the Bean. She was showing off her Nirvana record today or yesterday. So,
That sucks. There's some pops in it.
hmm
I wish people were shipping these things better, but
oh, my kids. My youngest kid got a record player for her birthday,
cool.
and my oldest kid is getting a record player for her birthday in the next couple weeks. So we bought them some vinyl, or they had vinyl on their wish list. They both got burned. Um, the youngest got a Melanie Martinez record, and she came in here. She was like, "It's not playing. It's skipping around. I don't know what's going on." So I went and looked at it, and it was like slightly warped. I'm like, "Well, let me show you a trick my parents taught me." Got the old dime out and put it on the needle. Plays just fine.
Yeah.
The other kid got a Taylor Swift beautiful colored version of 1989 or whatever, the Taylor version.
Sure.
And it's got a big, nasty, greasy thumbprint on the record, and it screwed that up. So we gotta get her another copy of that. But that's what you get when you order vinyl.
Yeah. Plus, I don't think they're using the best pressing plants for those pressings.
Mm-mm.
Those things are
Well,
just cranking out.
the Taylor one's actually like pretty well. Like it's thick vinyl. Like it gatefold. Like I mean, it's done really well.
Okay.
It's just whoever packaged it. Like you can see a big greasy thumbprint. I couldn't get it off. It's weird. But anyway, that's a whole different subject. Um, yeah, give us a shout out down below. Come to our Discord. Show us your vinyl. Do you have any vinyl that's fucked up? Let us know in Discord.
I got a couple.
Yeah, I got a couple too. My Chemical Romance is fucked up. With that, be safe. Make good decisions.
And take care of your vinyl.